Hey guys, welcome. It's Daniel here from Only the Strong Inc. and you're here for another Mobility Minute. So today what we're going to talk about is the deep squat. When we talk about, one of the initial catch-all assessments that I like to do when I work with all of my personal training clients, this is the one. Why? Because it combines, mobility, stability, and flexibility and kind of puts it all into one neat, succinct package. So, some of the keys to the deep squat is really simple. First things first, we have to differentiate the difference between a deep squat and your active squat. So your deep squat is your passive, I'm just sitting in and out of my hip range of motion, and your active squat is more so your workout, putting barbell on my back, training type of squat. Two completely different parameters. On top of that, another thing that's important to note is that not everyone's squat is going to look the same. So it's something that we get caught up with as fitness enthusiasts. Everyone has to have the same squat, ass to grass, vertical torso, all of these things. Not everyone's squat's gonna look the same, guys. When we talk about lever length, we talk about impingement, facilitation, just structural tolerance. There's a lot of limiting factors to squats, and therefore they're not always gonna look the same, but we do want them to look and feel healthy. So some of the key points of reference when you're talking about the deep squat, the first thing is you want your person or your clientele or yourself to be relaxed. So very often what I'll do is when I'm working with people, I'll get them to kind of sit into a deep squat in a relaxed posture, and you'll see two types of people. First, you'll see the person who sits down and they can't quite get down there. So what they look like is this. They're kind of like upright in this upright position, and they just can't get down to where they need to go. Or you'll get the person that's up on their toes and they can't quite sit back. They try to sit back and they fall. Or, with that, they try to sit back and they gotta stand up and shake out their legs because for some reason they're constantly taking tension. So, as I said, I use this as an assessment tool because it gives me an opportunity to see the areas of opportunity in this person's body. So it could be anything from ankle mobility, hip mobility, it could be a thoracic mobility issue. You don't really know depending on the person, but it's a really cool tool of getting an understanding of what they are capable of doing and kind of how we're going to fill in some of the blanks. Now, the correlative approach to this, the reason why this is so important is because the average person does repetitive tasks. So whether that's sitting all day or standing all day, there's a constant repetitive task going. So that's a bend, a hinge, a lunge, a pull, a push, whatever the case might be. The deep squat is able to combine all of those tasks in an efficient manner. So if you can't deep squat, how are you going to sit at a desk for the next 20 to 30 years of your career? So in order for us to get that quality of life and that quantity of life continually extending, we want to fix some of the basic movements like this. So tips and tricks, few things. Think about getting anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes in this relaxed squat posture on a weekly basis. What you'll find is that your lower back will start to turn on and kind of open up. Your TA, your tib anterior will start to light up on you a little bit. Your Achilles will start to loosen up. That's how you're kind of knowing you're moving in the right direction. And if you're somebody who started off this way, measure yourself every week. If you gradually start to move into the right direction, then you know you're right on track. One of the biggest, most important points I want to make, guys, is you have to be consistent with it. Consistency builds excellence. Once again, thank you for tuning into the Mobility Minute. I'm Daniel with Only the Strong Inc. We will see you guys next time. Peace.